Next system that come along were hand line and wheel line, and they're generally about 70% efficient, give or take a little. Of course, now the wind's going to have an effect on that. You know, more windy, worse efficiency. But in general, a hand line or a wheel line is going to be about 70% efficient just because of the spacings we give them. Now, if we go to narrower spacings, we can get a little better efficiencies. Like normally we look at 40 by 60 spacing, but if we go to 40 by 50 spacing, we improve that efficiency maybe up to 75%. So we can, by the spacing, we can improve ourselves. Or if we go to those offsets, every other time you go across the field, just stagger your placements, you might gain a seasonal efficiency by doing that a little bit. Next would be center pivots. Center pivots are probably in the neighborhood of 80% efficient. I mean, we can get these new center pivots with the drops and the pressure regulation and put it right in the canopy and get it maybe up to 90%. We can go to a new system they call LIPA, which is a low energy system on pivots where they actually put the water right down in the canopy of the crop or right on the ground and let it flow out at almost like a drip system on a pivot, and you might get up to 95% efficiencies on your water with the center pivot, with a LEPA, it's capital letters. Low, it stands for something. We're going to look at that when we get into some specialty things. Solid set. If we're solid set turf, you know, a typical ball field, or a park, a cemetery, even a golf course. Golf courses might even be a little different yet because they're really set up even different than anything else. 80% is probably a typical kind of expectation because we can set the grid the way we want it. And 80% is about as good as we're going to do on most systems. Triangulate, maybe we can improve that at 2 or 3 percentage points. You know, 80 to 85, 85 would be fabulous on turf. See, we found 81% out here on our little test, rectangular grid. It's real typical. 81% coefficient uniformity. That's just real typical.